No one in their family's ever got a degree. No one on their streets ever got a degree. No one on their block has ever got a degree. So they're not only going to say, I know I'm going to get a degree. They say those things, but do in the back of their mind subconsciously, do they really believe them? And the hardest thing to do is really change how someone thinks when you get right down to it. Because athletics is education, and athletics is providing so many opportunities for kids that would never have a chance to get education. And I think that's the part we got to understand, and I think all the way we have to help these kids to get that education, and our role as coaches to make sure they do it, and I think it's our role in society that helps these kids get there. How do what we're preparing them to do apply to the real world? Where does it fit in? Where does it make sense? And I understand something. I come from higher education. I said my mother's the smartest lady, chemistry, physics, 51 years as a teacher, still subbing at 80 years old full time, made 1B in her life. I mean, I was drilled in education. I was a very good student. But where do those degrees apply? It's like me teaching something on the practice field that doesn't work in a game. Where does it apply? My mother, my father, almost everything I've ever become, and my values and core values of doing things come from them. I mean, and my father had to drop out of school, but his number one thing was education. And my mother was highly educated. And I think they imposed that upon me because education is the way you change the world. And I think that's the thing we have to understand. It's our job to teach them. And how do you educate them? A coach can say it. You as a governor can say it. A teacher can say it. But somebody that grew up in that neighborhood, that grew up in their shoes, that lived their life, that did the same things they do, why not invest and put those guys on your staff and have 6, 8, 10 of those guys that are constantly talking to those guys every day in the world? And to me, at the end of the day, that's what coaching is. It's mentoring. We got to go win games. We don't have the time all the time, and the NCAA says we can't do it. We got 20 hours a week. But those guys can if they spend time with them in personal development. I think that's where we have to invest as universities back in these kids if we want them to do right, and mentors is the best way, and then get the right people in the university to do it.